Oh, hi. I'm a smart investor. I dare say that because I understand the cryptocurrency markets and I am up to date on every new development, fintech and blockchain ecosystem. All because I watch the Inside Blockchain show on Crypto TV Plus. Every Monday morning, Crypto TV Plus brings you news headlines of top stories, interview with an expert, and give you detailed market analysis to enable you make the right business moves. Now you too can become a smart investor if you don't miss it. The Inside Blockchain show, only on Crypto TV Plus.
Hello, my name is Chiki and I'm the Bull of the Bullet.
Keep watching Crypto TV Plus.
Don't touch that dial. Peace.
Hello and welcome to the program. This is Inside Blockchain live from Crypto TV Plus. And today is the 14th of February, which is the Valentine's Day. And I want to use this opportunity to wish our community, our partners and sponsors a happy Valentine. It is indeed the season of love. Spread love. Show love to your family and friends and your loved ones. If you're watching from Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, and this is your first time on the show, kindly follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and ping that notification bell to stay updated. Now, the African cryptocurrency market has grown exponentially to a $105.6 billion market between the months of July 2020 and June 2021. Now, by the end of 2021, the marketplace for non-fungible tokens, which are digital pieces of art tied to the blockchain technology, reached a $41 billion market value and is catching up to the total size of the global finite market. Now, in comparison, sales in the conventional art market were about $50 billion in 2020. Heading into 2022, the NFT market appears to be staying strong. Now, in the past week alone, sales of NFTs hit $500 million. Simply remarkable. Now, while enthusiasts have said the NFT industry is the key to unlocking the next phase of the internet, which is often referred to as the metaverse or Web3, skeptics, on the other hand, have debated the merits of NFTs, saying there's little to no value to the digital tokens. Now, we'll take a quick break, and when we return, I will bring in a friend, a colleague, and a brother to help us better understand the essence of NFTs. Stay with us.
Today, we'll be giving you the top 5 decentralized cryptocurrency wallets. Hi there, welcome to Learn and Earn with Earnathon. At number 5, we have 1 inch. 1 inch. And no, we're not talking about. 1 inch is a decentralized exchange aggregator, meaning that it helps its users split their cryptocurrency deposits amongst various exchanges.
Hello, my name is Chiki and I'm the Bull of the Bullet.
Keep watching Crypto TV Plus.
Don't touch that dial. Peace.
Welcome back. This is Inside Blockchain live from Crypto TV Plus, and today we're looking at NFTs. If you want to check out our previous videos on NFTs, kindly check the links in the description below. Now, my guest for today is an international technology lawyer and a blockchain advisor. He is the lead advisor at the tech advisory firm of Legalprenueur Consulting and an associate at SOOBLaw, which stands for Sofunde Osakwe, Ogundipe, and Belgore. He is Mr. Olaleye Oladimeji. I hope I got the pronunciation correct.
Definitely. You tried Olaleye Oladimeji.
Okay, Olaleye Oladimeji. Yeah. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's nice to have you here. Yeah, so first of all, I think everyone out there wants to know, who is Olaleye Oladimeji?
Thank you very much. I'm a tech lawyer, a legal technologist at that, and I render advisory on commercial transactions and technologies and all of that.
No,
that's what I do.
That's fantastic. So without wasting much of our time now, how would you best simplify NFTs to a beginner?
Well, NFTs, as the acronym says, it's non-fungible tokens. Now, non-fungible tokens are primarily a unique identifier of assets on the blockchain. Now, you could tokenize anything basically. It could be art, it could be music, it could be in-game NFTs. And much recently, tickets as well have been sold as NFTs. So NFTs are quite unique, and by fungible, fungible can be defined. I'll try to give a very clear explanation of it. Fungible, non-fungible tokens are kind of assets and tokens that you would say cannot be traded against each other.
Okay.
So the fungibility itself, cryptocurrencies are like fungible, but non-fungible tokens, NFTs, cannot be traded against each other because they are quite unique. They cannot be traded for as like for like. So you have to like probably pay for it or transact for it with cryptocurrencies.
Okay, that's good. So do you own an NFT? Yeah, I just wanted to put you on the spot. Do you own an NFT?
Well, I have a few in my portfolio just for personal experience. I love art personally.
Okay, that's fantastic. Now, Ola, NFTs have been getting huge attention recently. Now, what do you think are the massive, what do you think are the drivers of this massive adoption?
Well, there are a lot of things that have contributed to this, primarily on the blockchain. Cryptocurrencies were the main thing that actually boomed about the blockchain. So when the EIP, that's the Ethereum Improvement Proposal 721 came up there, that was the first time NFTs were actually proposed. And it was further improved in EIP 1155. So then, people were really thrilled about a new use case coming out of blockchain, and Ethereum as one of the most popular blockchain projects. So people really wanted to like get into that early, like most blockchain projects and tokenized projects.
Yes.
So that actually really brought a lot of people playing into that game in the early stages. And apart from that, there's the celebrity endorsements coming around that. A lot of celebrities are getting involved in NFTs now. Music NFTs, we have artists like Tory Lanez issuing their NFTs and making about $1 million under a few minutes, just issuing NFTs, So these are some of the things that have contributed to that. Then other things in terms of use cases that have been growing, ticketing, now the metaverse, NFTs will be very integral in the metaverse. And we have companies like Twitter and YouTube looking at NFT verifications for your profile, where you can, verify your NFTs and you can actually use it as your avatar on social media. Then as well, you also have people, generally in the crypto community, people use NFTs more like clout, as they will call it.
Okay, so it's a good thing you even mentioned some celebrity endorsement. Now, taking a look at some of the huge amounts that some NFTs are being sold for, you look at projects like CryptoPunks, Boyd H Yacht Club, and a whole lot of others, and you see celebrities like Jay-Z, Post Malone, and some other A-list celebrities buying NFTs and using it as display pictures on their Twitter accounts. Now, what do you think, looking at some of these massive amounts that people are actually buying it for, what would you say is the real value of NFTs?
Well,
apart from the financial gain, what is actually the real world value?
Real world value. Okay, I like this point. When we're looking at use cases, real world value depends on the use case, to be honest.
Okay.
That's part of what would really, let's say we're really trying to find a way to find evaluation. NFTs are mostly comprised of art, mostly art projects, artistic expressions.
Okay.
But determining the value of art, it's a thing of perception. It's kind of subjective. You can't, to value an art, there's really no value to it. It basically depends on who owns the art, or who's trying to purchase rather. So how you feel about it, what you think is the right price for it as a collector. That's the way collectors think. Yeah. Now, looking at NFTs, the real value in the value in the real world, there are a lot of things I could do. We're looking at ticketing, we're looking at gaming, we're looking at art, collectibles basically. People get collectible, purchase them and keep them, just for their values to skyrocket, and they can sell at a future date, or even pass on as family heritage or heirloom. Yeah. So there are a lot of things that could come out of NFTs. We're looking at NFTs even being used probably in the future for certificates and issuing, let's say, patents, things like that, certificates.
Well, some of these things are actually more future projections. So we're looking at the present situation of things. What is actually the real value? Some people actually buy NFTs because of the sentimental attachments they have to art. Some people buy NFTs for the financial benefits.
It's all from the perception of the purchaser or the holder of the NFTs. Each project offers different utilities. NFTs have utilities for many projects. Each project offers their own utilities. For example, Jumping Jacks, you know, they offer their own. The firm, it's a tax advisory firm in the US, I believe. You know, it's owned by Prince Donnell, who is a popular Instagram celebrity. So it's the utility for his own project is you can come to my conferences, you can get discounts on tax rates when I offer you advisory services and all of that consultation. You know, you can come for my summits and all my programs, you know, for free and things like that. We have artists saying, okay, I'm issuing NFTs to my fans. You know, if you get some of these collections, probably this particular piece, you'll be able to come to my shows for life, probably for free. You know, once in a year, you'll be able to come to my headline show, and you know, you come there, you come and have a one-on-one with me. You know, different utilities. It could be probably you being able to have access to a particular ecosystem. You know, projects coming out of Nigeria, such as DSpace and Q+, DSpace particularly, offering utilities for projects where you're able to have your NFTs, you're able to use it to reclaim some benefits on their platform. You also be able to use it for some other kind of features, such as you being able to earn in their native token and other things. And even currently, they are partnering with major Indian celebrities outside. You know, they have so many of them that they've listed upcoming NFT drops with them. So that is going to like really add much value for some of these fans who are out there and looking at what can we actually, how can we connect. You know, these celebrities are looking at how can we connect. Businesses are looking at how can we connect with our fans. Really, how can we connect?
How can we get much more closer?
You know, much more closer, offer them value, real world value. They're looking at the metaverse too. Now in the metaverse, you'll be able to have, most likely, you know, we've reviewed some projects that are trying to look at how they're building their metaverse, and we're looking at projects like even Meta, which Facebook is working on, where you can actually wear the avatar that is displayed on your NFTs, the character
in the virtual world,
and wear it in the virtual world.
Okay.
You know, so in the future, people are already seeing the potentials and the use cases, and projects are out there every day launching and trying to bring more value to NFTs. So people are actually anticipating this in advance and trying to lock in those value. Then I should talk about music NFTs too, which, you know, gives creator and artists, it gives them like the opportunity to be able to connect directly with their fans, raise money for their projects. In terms of, I can say, okay, I want to launch my own NFTs. I'm dropping an album. They'll be dropped as NFTs. You guys can purchase through that. Now that means my fans can come to the platform where it launches and purchase directly without the need for a publishing or distribution company.
Yeah, that's simply fantastic. I think when it comes to music NFTs, I have a few questions on that. So, but let's just go on this quick break. We'll pick it up. Stay with us.
Hello there. Welcome to Learn and Earn with Anathon. Today we'll be feeding you with the top 5 centralized cryptocurrency wallets. So what is a wallet? In simple terms, a cryptocurrency wallet helps you store your cryptocurrency safely. But based on friendly user interface, preference, and so on, we have the centralized wallets and decentralized wallets.
Hello, my name is Chiki and I'm the Bull of the Bullet.
Keep watching Crypto TV Plus.
Don't touch that dial. Peace.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. This is still Inside Blockchain live from Crypto TV Plus. And today we're looking at NFTs. We're taking a much more closer look at NFTs. As I mentioned earlier, I have here with me today Mr. Olaleye Oladimeji. He's an international tech lawyer, blockchain advisor, lead advisor at the tech advisory firm of Legalprenueur Consulting, and an associate at SOOBLaw. Wow, I must say your resume is quite robust.
Thank you. I'll take that.
Yeah, once again, you're welcome, Ola. So like we were discussing before we went on a break, you were talking about music NFTs. Now, we understand that musicians already, when a musician puts out his work out there, they get some certain royalties, streaming rights, and all that. Now, how does that apply to music NFTs? Can you just shed more light on that?
Okay, thank you very much. So, primarily, for artists, you know, traditionally they would require probably a record label to fund their project. They have to be signed. They have to sign distribution deals. You know, distribute your music. I guess also amount cut off. You get this coming from whatever sales will make. Now all that isn't needed with music NFTs. All you just need is to launch your NFTs, and your followers or your fans that purchase this are able to access the music directly and tap into the value you're offering. And you could even add other kind of value to it by probably offering them, probably if you have this NFT, you can come to probably my album listening party or something like that, you know.
Yeah, like
just be able to,
an access.
Yes,
you know.
So usually with, let's say for example, I'll take the Tory Lanez music NFT launch as an example, where he made about $1 million within a few minutes.
Wow.
You know, that came up and he launched, and he even was shocked. Usually he would have had to give out at least maybe like 30% to 50% of that probably.
Okay.
And if it was signed under a record label, probably we're getting just 30% of that. Now you can imagine the whole value that is unlocking for artists who are still hungry out there. I really want to try and get it, and you know, and they have those fans rooting for them, and they just need that platform to be able to showcase themselves. Now we have big platforms like major tier 1 exchanges like Binance launching their own NFT exchange marketplace for them to for people to trade on them. And I recall Tory Lanez actually launched his own music NFTs.
It seems you're a big fan of Tory Lanez.
Yes.
Okay, let's move a bit further.
Apologies, that was Trey Songz actually.
Oh, okay.
Trey Songz, yes.
Okay, so let's move a bit further. Now, what are your thoughts? Because I understand that you are a professional legal advisor at various firms, like we mentioned earlier on. So what are your thoughts as it relates to cryptocurrency regulations? Now, do you think there should be a separate body, apart from the Security and Exchange Commission and the Central Bank of Nigeria? Let's bring it down to our home country. Do you think there should be a separate body to handle this task?
Well, I would say it depends. That may not be quite necessary, but the thing is, you know, it's already clear that the SEC has the duty to regulate the Nigerian capital market.
Yeah.
But we really have to look at the technicalities that are imminent in the blockchain technology, them actually understanding how this technology operates, and some of the emerging issues that may come out from it. And even it's not about what the present use cases are. It's also anticipating where the technology is headed, you know, so you have a robust kind of regulation. So that's like a major concern. Rather than having a separate body that regulates, what they could do is probably set up a committee, a separate committee or an agency that is subject to their control, that will be focused primarily on regulating digital asset businesses and financial services, virtual financial service providers. You know, they can actually work on developing robust guidelines and enacting, pushing a bill forth to the National Assembly, you know, because it's a federal legislative thing that has to be considered. So they have to look at it from that angle. But the SEC definitely has a major role to play, and that is already clear from Section 13 of the Investment and Securities Act. So we have to actually let them do their thing, but concerns are out there. You know, they've released guidelines, which though not quite robust, but still looking at how, trying to regulate how some of these tokens actually are sold in the market and how they raise funding. You know, some of them have to be treated as securities, and some are just providing utility values without being a security based on their classification. Yeah,
well said. But when you look at it from another perspective, now recently we just learned that the United States government clamped down on the, is it BitSeeker? There was a hack of an exchange, Bitfinex or so. Bitfinex. Yes, and the US government was able to trace the history, you know, where I think over 50, is it $3 billion worth of, $3 billion. So now, just like you mentioned, there are concerns. Now, the idea behind cryptocurrency is to give people that trustless freedom, that decentralized infrastructure for them to perform transactions. Now, if cryptocurrency regulations come in, don't you think there will be a bit of a shift from the original idea of what this infrastructure is actually meant for? Because now, when regulation comes in, there might actually be a limit as to how much cryptocurrency two parties can exchange. Now, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, as is always applicable in most jurisdictions, you really have to regulate things, because where there is no law, you know, there isn't any crime. That's what you have to consider. So regulation is definitely important, and it's now the duty on the regulatory bodies to actually have close conversations with stakeholders that will actually be able to work with them hand in hand and develop a proper guideline and robust framework that would allow development while still regulating, you know, so they won't be caught up stifling innovation. That's like a major concern. I'm sure definitely there are ways they can actually put them subject to control, but without slowing down the development or the current goals that they have, which part of which NIDA released in his national blockchain adoption strategy.
Okay.
So, you know, these are some of the concerns. They are, at least, I think they actually projected that by 2030, they could drive about $6 billion worth of investment into Nigeria. But sadly, after that, the restrictions came into place, and, you know, all the guidelines and all of that. So that's like a concern.
And it's been 1 year, you know, since that 5th of February last year, and, you know, cryptocurrency adoption has been massive. So we just look forward to them, you know, understanding the what the infrastructure is all about so that they can regulate it properly. Now, do you think, taking a look at what happened in El Salvador, you know, that was a remarkable achievement. Now, do you think crypto can actually replace fiat as a reserve currency, specifically in Nigeria? What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it will ever happen?
I would say yes and no. We are quite far from that era. But
Okay.
let's look at it. If you're going to have like a reserve currency, most likely it may be a stable coin, unless you're looking at coins that offer store of value like Bitcoin.
Okay.
You know, so these stable coins are actually backed by particular assets. Let's say like the USDT is pegged to
The US dollar.
US dollar. Now, the US dollar isn't safe from inflation. You know,
Yes.
they themselves are experiencing that, especially based on post-COVID effects. Now, looking at the in era too, it's pegged to the naira. So would we say it's really safe to, like, at this stage, really like have that like as a reserve currency? You know, that's like a concern, you know, for legislators and you know, these bodies trying to actually look at, can we actually hold our reserve? So over time, they will probably need to look at how they regulate how cryptocurrencies relate with fiat currencies. You know, because eventually in the end, fiat currencies is what people use and adopt at this point in time, you know, to operate in their daily financial activities, buying and selling and all of that. You know, but with the growing adoption and all of that, you know, the use of cryptocurrencies to settle payments and transactions will keep growing. You know,
Okay.
so that will be a concern. So there will be those winners, you know, where probably maybe like Bitcoin has been the first in the entire blockchain industry, you know, would actually maybe be a store of value. But for now, I doubt that might be a consideration for the federal government.
So it's more like a future projection then.
Future projection maybe, because the volatility is a concern. You know, you
Fantastic.
can't imagine your national reserve dropping. You know,
Yeah, and
by
your
1% overnight. So
I
that's like
understand.
a concern.
I understand.
Yeah.
So let's just speed it up. Now, from a legal point of view, how would you assess the impact of cryptocurrency so far in Nigeria?
Impact in the financial service sector.
Financial and, you know, every other segment. Financial, technology. How would you assess the impact?
Well, quite disruptive, you know. Even the NIN recently, that was the new system that was released. I heard it's based on the blockchain technology where they are tokenizing the NIN. So it's quite disruptive, and a lot of changes are coming, you know.
Yeah.
The digital economy is basically expanding globally, and it's coming into Nigeria. We have a chance to get it right at this time to make Nigeria a foremost hub. There are a lot of investors that are about to pull out based on the restrictions, you know, and even local players, apart from foreign investors, are about to pull out to offshore locations based on the restrictions that they have been facing here in Nigeria, you know. And this would have been probably a hotspot for them in Africa to just come in and, you know, we could tax their ICOs, their IDOs and all of that, tax their transaction, you know. Even India recently, you know, started exploring taxation of crypto assets and proper regulation, putting them into place. Though it was a quite steep rate at 30%, but, you know, we still have to look at it from our own view. You know, we have nations like, I think Anguilla taxes ICOs at about 1.5%.
Wow,
you know,
that's
so you can imagine if I raise probably $15 million, you know,
you have to
ICO,
give them 1.5.
You have to give them 1.5% apart from you having to register and be licensed to actually conduct the ICO.
Yes.
You know, it's really helping your economy grow, and, you know, you're getting a whole lot of value. You could deploy blockchain systems for voting. You could deploy blockchain systems for your procurement as well. You know, reduces corruption, bribery, and all of that, where your procurement process is transparent. So the use cases are absolutely, striking, and there's a whole lot people benefit.
Okay, when coming from the legal aspect.
Now, for the legal aspect, legal regulation, looking at that, yes, there are a whole lot they could do. We look at AML provisions, CFT provisions, licensing requirements. Those are like primary things to put into play. Then defining how banking institution, traditional finance can actually engage in cryptocurrency transactions.
Yeah.
So that would not overrun the current system that is in place. Properly defining that is quite essential.
Okay.
So these are some of the primary things to look at from the legal angle.
That's simply fantastic. So just to wrap it up, what do you think is the future of NFTs in Africa, in Nigeria, and even on a global scale? Just speak to that. What do you think is the future?
Okay, well, for NFTs, art is Africa. Africa is art, basically. We have the creators. We have a whole lot of bright minds here in Africa. So there is a whole lot of value we can offer out there in terms of creators for NFTs, using the NFT technology. And actually, apart from that, looking away from the art, we're looking at creators, music artists, releasing their music as NFTs, raising funds, which of course must be properly regulated. Looking at using NFTs for gaming solutions, in-game applications. People are earning just by sitting at home and playing games.
Yeah, that's the GameFi.
Yeah, the game to earn model.
Play to earn.
Yeah, play to earn model. So there's all of that. Looking at ticketing, you can basically get your tickets as NFTs, virtual worlds, all of that. So there's a whole lot of value that can be offered, especially to the younger generation.
Okay.
And payment settlement internationally being done seamlessly. You can just make a payment through XRP now within seconds, and XRP is one of the fastest crypto projects in the space. Within seconds your payment is remitted. You don't have to wait all the time, like for your payments to get through processed by Western Union.
Exactly.
There's all of that. So you have to look at that. The potential, the future is really bright, but we have to get it right by putting proper regulations and guidelines in place to enable this technology to develop and in our favor to the economy, basically.
Well said, fantastic. So before we let you go, I just want you to speak to the people out there. What do you have to say to someone who has plans of buying an NFT? What would you say to that person right now?
Well, as they would say, not financial advice, but, invest wisely. There are risky projects out there. There are a lot of projects that can get pulled out there. So make sure you do your own research. Look properly into the project, the creators of the project, the jurisdiction that they are offering their project from, what regulations are in place. You have to be careful out there so you don't get yourself scammed. That's quite important. So do your research, basically, and invest in the good projects that you feel you can get value from, utility from, that offers you the good things. So basically, and just make sure you're within the confines of the law. That's quite important.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Coming from a lawyer, you've heard it all. Thank you so much, Oladimeji, for
My
joining
pleasure.
us and sharing your knowledge on NFTs. Thank you so much.
I'm really grateful.
Yeah, thank you. And that will be all on today's program. Check out our website, cryptotvplus.com, to get more market updates and trends captured within the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at CryptoTVPlus, and on Instagram at official CryptoTVPlus to get daily info on our programs. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and ping the notification bell to stay updated. If you have questions about the program, share them in the comment section below. Thank you for joining us. I am Bobby Ndike. See you next week.